Your cat just walked past their bed, past the couch, past every warm spot in the house, and chose to lie down right next to you. Then you reached over and they pulled away. Most people think that means rejection. It doesn't. What your cat just did took more emotional courage than most owners will ever realize. And if you misread this one moment, you could quietly damage the only kind of bond they know how to offer. Here's what's actually happening. Think about what your cat bypassed just to sit next to you. The entire house. And they chose you. So why do they flinch the second you reach over? Because they didn't come for touch. They came for your presence. And there's a difference most owners never learn. Cats are what animal behaviorists call proximity seekers. A 2019 study from Oregon State University found that cats form secure attachments to their owners in a way that mirrors how infants bond with caregivers. And one of the strongest signs of that bond? Choosing to be near you without needing anything from you. No food, no play, just you, existing. When your cat lies beside you, they're taking in your warmth, your breathing rhythm, your scent, your stillness. That is the experience. It's complete on its own. The moment your hand moves toward them, you interrupt the very thing that brought them there. Picture this. Someone you love sits beside you in comfortable silence. Perfect. Then they tap your shoulder and start talking. The spell breaks. That's exactly what your reach does to your cat. But here's the part most people miss. Every single time your cat sits next to you, they're quietly running a test. And how you respond determines whether they'll ever fully let you in. Now, have you ever watched someone else pet a cat and the cat just melts? But when you do the exact same thing, it walks away? It's probably not what you're doing. It's how you're starting. Most people reach from above, hand coming straight down toward the cat's head. It feels natural to you. To your cat, it looks exactly like a predator diving in from the sky. Cats have a significant blind spot directly above their heads. When your hand drops in from that angle, their nervous system fires before their brain even registers it's you. That flinch? That's not rejection. That's a reflex that's millions of years old. The fix is simple. Approach slowly, from below their chin line, where they can track your hand the whole time. Better yet, extend one finger near their nose and let them close the gap. When a cat bumps into your hand on their own terms, that's a yes. Animal behaviorist John Bradshaw found that cats allowed to initiate contact show significantly lower stress hormones during interactions. It's not about whether you touch them, it's about who starts it. One small change in how your hand moves, and the cat who always pulled away might finally stay. Here's something most people never consider. Your cat's skin is wired completely differently from yours. Cats have a far higher density of nerve endings than humans. What feels like a light stroke to you lands on them with significantly more intensity. And beyond that, they have specialized receptors called mechanoreceptors that detect pressure, vibration, and even subtle temperature changes. Areas like the belly, lower back, and base of the tail are so loaded with these receptors that even moderate touch can tip a cat from relaxed to overwhelmed in seconds. This is why your cat can go from purring to biting with no warning. They didn't turn on you. Their body just crossed a threshold you couldn't feel coming. Behaviorists call it overstimulation aggression, and it's one of the most misunderstood things cats do, because owners take it personally, when it was never personal at all. But here's the thing. The signs are always there before it happens. The tail starts flicking. The ears rotate back. The skin twitches along the spine. That's not random. That's your cat saying as clearly as they can, What felt fine 10 seconds ago now feels like too much. Learn those signals, and you'll never misread a bite again.
This next one is hard to hear, but it matters. If your cat flinches when you reach for them, even after months or years together, there's a real chance that response was built long before you ever met them. Somewhere in their past, a hand didn't mean love. It meant fear. Pause. Cats have powerful associative memory. Research in animal cognition shows that negative experiences, especially physical ones, are encoded faster and stored longer than positive ones. A single bad experience with a hand can create a flinch response that lasts for years. And over time, the fear stops being about who did it. It becomes about what they used to do it. Hands become the trigger, regardless of whose they are. So when your cat ducks away from you, they're not judging you. They're protecting themselves from a memory you had absolutely nothing to do with. The worst response in that moment is to push through it, thinking more affection will fix it. It won't. It confirms exactly what their nervous system already believes. But here's what matters. It's not permanent. With consistent, gentle, predictable experiences over time, cats can build entirely new associations. The old memory doesn't disappear, but a new one can grow strong enough to outweigh it. Remember the test I mentioned? Here's what it actually looks like. Your cat lies down beside you. You don't reach for them. You just stay. Pause. And something quiet but significant happens inside their brain. You passed. Pause. You just proved you can be close to them without needing something from them. For a cat, that's not a small thing. That's everything. Cats don't hand over trust in one big moment. They give it in tiny, almost invisible pieces. Every time they sit near you and nothing bad happens, they file it away. Every time you let them exist in your space without grabbing or reaching, they register it. Behaviorists call this trust stacking. It's how cats slowly dismantle walls they were born to build. And here's what most owners get wrong. They think the goal is getting their cat to accept touch. But the real goal, the one your cat actually cares about, is proving you don't need to touch them to love them. Most owners fail that test every single day, without knowing it even exists. Pause. The cats who are given that space, whose owners stopped reaching and simply stayed present, are the ones who eventually close the gap on their own. One day you'll be sitting there, not trying, not reaching, and your cat will press their body into yours, or rest their head on your hand, or fall asleep actually touching you. Pause. That moment doesn't come from persistence. It comes from patience. Pause. Your cat was never rejecting you. They were waiting to find out if you could love them in a language. That doesn't require your hands. Pause. If this changed the way you see your cat, share it with someone who has a cat they don't fully understand yet. Drop a paw print in the comments if your cat has ever done this to you. I read every single one, and subscribe, because your cat is saying more than you know.